Hey everyone, today is Wednesday, September 2nd, and today I'm going to go over what the tasks are for class. So if you go to Google Classroom, you will see today's tasks outlined for you there. First thing I want to do is show you this really cool website. You might have even seen this meme before, but if you look at this paragraph, I want you to see if you can read it. Take a moment. Can you read it? When you go to the website, the link, you can click on Show Correct Paragraph and compare what you're able to read with what the actual paragraph is. It's actually pretty cool. The reason why I'm showing this to you is that the short story that we're going to read is not your typical set of sentences to start out. So if we go to the reading chunk 1, which is in the link, you're going to see some unique writing. So today's task is to read through what we're calling chunk 1, and it stops right there. So it's not terribly long. It's just essentially 2 pages. So you'll read this. After you read this, you will go to the Flowers for Algernon Chunk 1 activities, which is this. Now, what you have in front of you here is a series of controversial statements. And all you simply need to do at first is just put whether you agree or disagree with that statement. So you would say, sometimes it's better to remain ignorant about certain things. Ignorant means not knowledgeable. So this statement is saying sometimes it is just better not to know certain things. Do you agree or do you disagree with that? So you'll place an X in whichever one. You can't get this wrong. It's just your opinion. So there are a total of 16 statements that could go either way. You just say whether you agree or disagree. So that part's first. Then what you need to do is consider the opposing viewpoint. Opposing viewpoint just means what the other side of the argument is. So I made up an example here. This is not from the 16 that are above, but it's a controversial statement. There could be people who agree or disagree with it. So my statement is, a person should always be loyal to his or her family members. So I initially said agree. I agree that you should be loyal to your family. I mean, your family is your family. So if you can't be loyal to them, then who else can you be loyal to? Those are the people that are make up your genetic makeup. They're who you live with. They're blood. So what your task is to think of, if people disagree with that statement, what is a reason why? So the further I thought about that statement, a person should always be loyal to his or her family members, I thought, okay, why would someone say disagree? So I highlighted, others may disagree with this statement. So I highlighted disagree because that's the opposite of what I chose above. So I put down, others may disagree with this statement because it really depends on your family. Sure, if you have a trustworthy family that doesn't harm you and that wants the best for you, they have earned your loyalty. But if you have a family that may want you to do something that is morally wrong or maybe even illegal, you shouldn't be loyal to them. They are not thinking about what is best for you, so they're not deserving of your loyalty. It really put me outside of my comfort zone to kind of think opposite of what I initially thought. So what you're doing is you are going to pick 5 of these statements. You're going to copy and paste it into where it says controversial statement. Just copy it in that box. Then you're going to click agree or disagree, which is whatever you put up here. And then you're going to put others may, and then highlight one of those. And write down if someone would disagree with you on that, what would be a reason why? So if you take, for example, it is important to have empathy for others. And you said, agree. It is important. Empathy is feeling for others. If you put that one down there and you said agree, you would say, others may disagree with this statement because, and then you give the reason. Why might people disagree with the fact that it is important to have empathy for others? Okay, so you'll do that for 5 of the 16 statements. Then, after reading, of course, so if you read chunk 1, it's just 2 pages right here. After reading chunk 1, you'll go to responding to the reading. And so it says, after reading chunk 1 of Flowers for Algernon, please respond to the following tasks. So I want you to put down who is the narrator, describe the narrator, and then in the far right column, what makes you think that? There's some evidence from the text that makes you think that's the narrator. Then underneath that, for response, I want you to make a prediction about what you think will happen in the story. Then, in the far right-hand side, go ahead and give me an example from the text that is what is the clue that made you think that prediction. So when you make a prediction, there must be foreshadowing hints or clues that suggest coming events in the story. There must be an element of foreshadowing in the text. So after you've made a prediction, you put that your response in your own words, and then you jot down in the next column the thing that made you think that. Okay, that is, in a nutshell, that's today's assignment. So I'll be in the Google Meet. If you have any questions, just let me know.